I think I would like to know what the game plan from the jungle perspective of Nescafe Shop was. Because I think, like we just saw in the Twitch chat, Loopy mentioned the support did amazing for Nescafe Shop. Not only that, but so did Mogjon. Mogjon put on a clinic there top lane, and it just wasn't quite enough. He was able to do quite a lot, and I haven't seen the post-game damage stats, but I'm pretty sure he's probably, if not the highest, maybe second highest in his team.
Yeah.
In those team fights, he was the main decider for whether or not they would win them or not, because it was his ultimate and him getting in and doing, hitting his snip that was kind of gonna make or break that fight. So I feel like if they can fix what happened in the mid lane, if they can make Baran down play like he played in round 1 versus that game there, I think they could bring this to a 3-game series, honestly, with the play they played. But I think the two things they need to fix up, they need a solid, clear game plan from the jungle, because in my head, initially, I'd have assumed it would have been try to counteract the diving that was definitely going to be happening mid-play. But they didn't do that. And he was still super effective in the ganks that he did get off. But I think as the game progressed, where Diana had been and what she had achieved for her team ended up being a little bit more, valuable for the, the end result of the game. But enough about game 1. Let's talk about game 2, where we could see we got our stage 1 pick and bans. Mac Moody took away the Gragas again, took away the Syndra again, and took away the Taric again, which I think is ban for ban, pretty much the same they did last time, just
exact
in a different
same
order.
bans. Yeah. And
same on the red side, we got the Lucian, Lee Sin, and Yone bans here. And as we move into the picks, we've got Ornn again for Nyash Warrior, which I believe, honestly, I think is a fair statement to make. Has been his best performing pick so far. I believe he's gone Ornn, Trundle, and Tahm Kench. And the Ornn has been definitely his most confident looking one. He was
absolutely,
much safer. Much safer in the early lane. He was able to kind of combat, even though he didn't prevent Mogjon from getting ahead, he definitely was able to kind of keep himself in a good place. Oh, this is definitely a jungle pick here for that Poppy. It'll be interesting to see.
Choices from Nescafe Shop. I mean, Mordekaiser, in response to the Ornn, I guess they felt that the Gwen wasn't good enough. They needed more of a front line, perhaps. So the Mordekaiser and Poppy may be a response to that possible dilemma. Zyra, as well as a potential support change, could also be a mid laner, as she was designed to be.
I mean, to be honest, her best role at the moment is actually jungle.
Oh,
unless
wow,
it's been
okay.
nerfed. Because of Fated Ashes. Fated Ashes makes all of these little dudes who have a lot of sources of AP damage, like Talia, Zyra, Brand. It essentially does what old Leandries used to do, but on a little bit of a lower scale. But it also only costs 900 gold, so
can't say no to that.
Kind of in a good place.
Low gold and efficient. That's what we like to see.
900 gold, and it gives every single instance of your damage, which for someone like Zyra is every single plant you do.
Yeah.
Every single attack every plant does is getting Fated Ashes procs. She clears the jungle faster than I believe anybody else right now.
Wow.
Unless that may not be accurate because it may have been nerfed, but don't quote me. I'm not 100% sure. It was definitely accurate as of about 2 or 3 patches ago.
Okay. Well, we shall see if Jacalex is confident enough to play that.
I don't think it's the Zyra. I don't think it's the Zyra in the jungle. I think it might be mid or support. But let's have a look at how things are rounding up. I'm pretty sure that is exactly the same bans from Macmoody's Mandem. They got rid of the Tristana, they got rid of the Sejuani. That's pretty much like for like. Yasuo and Zed here.
Zed is a new one.
Zed is obviously a new one.
Yep.
And it seems like, I'm guessing, they just kind of want to go for what we were describing earlier with the let's get rid of more assassins. Let's pinch that mid lane more. Because, the rest of the map wasn't looking absolutely terrible. I'm trying to remember what the ban they've changed is though.
I think it was a targeted ban towards, I want to say, down in the bot lane, perhaps.
Potentially, I can't
Could
remember
have been
off the top of my head.
But who knows?
But
doesn't matter.
Okay, let's have a look at. We've got some completed team comps going here now.
Silas coming out, so that's definitely Silas mid.
is a problem for Nescafe. Holy, look at all of the high impact ultimates they have. You can take the Mordekaiser ult, the Zyra ult is a good shout, Poppy ult is a good shout, Ashe ult is a good is actually the best shout available. That is an insane last pick there.
Yeah.
And I know from experience, Ko is good on Sylas too. So
it's even worse. That's not something you want to hear if you're Nescafe Shop.
This could be a massive issue for them as they lock in the Pantheon support, I'm guessing.
I mean, look, we saw Nescafe Shop in the last game had no front line, and then I guess they turned around and they said, you know what, we'll just bring the front line to game 2. Mordekaiser, Poppy, Pantheon all being picked out for Nescafe Shop there. Where these high engaged characters will go, or champs, sorry, where they will go, who knows? It's entirely at the discretion of Nescafe Shop. But one thing we can definitely agree on is that Ashe and Zyra will be in the bot lane to fight that Jinx and Emilio.
I don't know. Maybe.
You don't think so?
I mean,
true. It could be a Poppy mid or a Poppy support. Sorry.
I think. I don't know.
Pantheon support.
Well, yeah, Pantheon support is a thing.
Okay, well, there you go.
And this is the thing, like, from what we've seen of the portfolio of stuff that the support from Nescafe Shop plays, the things he's excelled on anyway. Obviously, the Yuumi pick was an anomaly, and it was also a mistake. It was supposed to be Braum. But from the repertoire he's shown us so far, he picks Galio. He's had Taric banned against him every game. It looks like he wants to go and engage supports, right?
Okay.
That seems to be his thing. And so I would assume the Pantheon is his. But I could very well be wrong. This could be a nice little, red side 5-pick. You got to think Nescafe Shop picked red side, right? So that might be for the express reason to get Barana down the last pick.
Okay.
So that he can get a counter against this Sylas. Maybe. In which case then we got Zyra bot, which doesn't really fit what we've seen Rory play so far, but we'll see how he adapts with it. It will be a nice... It will be a nice change, I guess. Considering they lost lane quite hard, if it is Zyra Ashe, I mean, the range on Zyra Ashe would mean the early poke should be definitely for them.
Yeah.
But also, we saw Dragoli 13 and Toki not just out and win because they had an early game team, because they didn't really in the first game. They kind of outplayed it, and so if they outplay it here, at least they have late game or mid game utility. Ashe Arrow, Enchanted Crystalline Arrow is one of the best AD carry ultimates in the game. It makes Ashe one of the only AD carries that can actually start a fight on her own. Yeah. And Zyra with her snare, even if she just becomes a snare bot in the late game because her damage falls off, it can be enough. And we get straight into game here. A little over a minute. Let's see. Oh, we could finally... Oh, we see how it does lay out. So it was I was right. There was going to be Poppy in the jungle for sure, because I know that Yakulex has been practicing that a lot. Both top and jungle. He's going for the comfort here. Pantheon mid. So, yeah, Pantheon Sylas, I think, is probably a Pantheon favored lane at the beginning, no? Especially with the Ignite as well. It's Ignite versus TP, so probably going to go really hard for that early game. Yeah, look at the early trades there as well. Engage going on.
I mean, look at that. Okay, I mean, straight into the action. Doesn't even care about the minions. Half health for Ko in this level 1 under 2-minute trade for Baron on the side of Nescafe Shop. And the Zyra support coming out. So it is Zyra support, going against what Rory usually picks. We'll see how that turns out for them. I
think it will be probably, you can see from his summoner choice, I think that he's probably omitted the idea that they are gonna, hard win their lane. He's got exhaust, so he's got the exhaust and the electrocute. So at least his damage will be good if he can land good poke. Electrocute's super easy to trigger with Zyra, so if he can get that on off cooldown and just keep hitting them with it, it might be able to do something for them. But Jinx does have fleet footwork, so she's in it for the long haul in terms of these laning phase. She's going to keep healing up with that. We've got a nice little stun here. We miss it, and now
the engage from Baron there on that Pantheon, but doesn't even need the help from Diana. Diana just turning up to claim that 400 gold for themselves. First blood goes to Mac Moody's Mandem.
100% kill participation, jungler, top tier. Hell yeah.
Well, I mean, we're starting to see. I feel like I've overused this term.
Starting to see
shades of the first game.
Oh, okay.
You know, I've overused this term throughout the entire tournament, but
nah. Look, the gold is even. Other than that first blood, it is exactly no less in fact now than 400 gold down.
Oh, of course.
Top lane, unlike game 1 where it felt a little bit more even in the early stages, it looks like this Mordekaiser is just hammering down on Ornn. We got a 20-5 CS difference there, I mean, so that's pretty brutal.
That's something we're used to seeing as well with Nyash Warrior. No offense, but you know, the last game did seem to be a little more even than the stats suggest, and you know, in this case, 6-24 is not ideal. But never mind that.
That is going to be a kill. Rory's going down.
Rory goes down.
He did find the exhaust as well, which I think may have been a bit of a bad call because now.
I mean, with the flash still up, at least, you know, he didn't commit all of his sums, but it does mean, you know, the exhaust's going to be down for another like 2 minutes. They could try to repeat gank it. I think exhaust was never saving him, so it may have been wise to just hold on to it. But it is what it is. We live and we learn. We move on. We've got Yakalex here in the mid lane, potentially trying to make something happen on the top.
Oh, nice.
Good trade.
W to stop the dash, but to little success. Unable to find a catch
Quite
there.
enough.
Look at that harassment. It's crazy. And I mean, it continues to seem to be favored towards the side of McMoody's Mandem in that mid lane. You know, Cole really showing that this Pantheon pick, he's not afraid of it. Not scared at all. Goes in as well, but the Ignite taking away on Cole. Both champs flash. Oh, nice. Lands the spear as well for the execute and claims a kill. That is 1 for Baron there on that Pantheon.
This isn't what you want to see though for Nescafe, I think. Seeing that their mid laner, who was their primary carry in that first series they played, is now back in form. He's got a CS lead, getting solo kills, even though he's down. He was down a kill, but that was only because of it wasn't really because of the Diana, actually. It was, you know, she just kind of showed up. But I think as soon as she appeared, he kind of knew that the writing was on the wall, right? So he just committed to dying.
Yeah.
And we have potentially some action here bot lane. Poppy is sitting there waiting. You know, seeing if they can push this. But his team aren't pushing the wave in, so he's just going to base. Understandably, I guess they maybe didn't know quite where Diana was, so didn't want to quite commit to an engage there under the turret. Diving when you don't have precise information on where everybody on the enemy team is at the same time, always a risky one.
Cole pathing his way down
right
to the bot lane, stopping his back, but you know,
oh no,
it doesn't really matter. As about Blank is there as well, round the corner, steals the Ash Arrow and kills Rory with it. But hold on a minute, Pantheon has pulled up ult into the bot lane, but with no result once again. High commitment and nothing to show for it. Aside from the death of the support.
Okay, Jakalex is getting some damage here onto Ko, but don't think it's gonna be anything useful here. Unless he lands another E, but no, unfortunately not. We just go back to that play though for a second, where we see Misfit and Rory move up because they're like, oh, we can bully Ko right now. He's sitting on a ward and he's such a juicy little target. They don't even think, where is Diana? Diana comes up from somewhere they don't have vision. Immediately they get kills. Or well, I think it was 1 kill at a time. But yeah, I think here we go. You can see they're like, oh yeah, this is such a nice little target, and then boom, shows up. Middle of nowhere essentially for them. And yeah, it's kind of just over from that point.
I mean, great dive from McMoody's, honestly. You know, the Cole choosing the right time to use that Ash Arrow to close it out, but yeah,
I would struggle to even call it a dive because they barely went under the turret range. It was
they tanked the turret shot. I think it's fair to call it a dive.
He tanked 1 turret shot, but like because of the Ash ult, he was like on the edge of the turret range, and it was just, you know, he was dead before the 2nd turret shot could even shoot. So I don't think it's really worth calling it. We can see this is a free Someone's mouse is disconnected, apparently. Love that.
We've got a pause, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you know we're official.
Yeah, this is legitimate. This is early 2010s EU LCS DDoS level legitimacy. Oh god, we cut to Cam.
Hey, just in case you guys forgot who is actually commentating this match, you got Day Zero, you got me, Eunice. How's it going? Hope you're enjoying the game so far. We've got pause. Somebody's mouse disconnected. I mean, I'm sure they'll figure it out.
Hopefully, it's just plug it in. Honestly, I think wired mice are best. Wired mice, just save yourself the issue of ever having something else. Oh no! In the Twitch chat, someone said to get Samurai's mouse as a replacement ASAP. Maybe the mouse will get more kills.
Oof! Imagine. Or it could also be a debuff.
It could be. Oh, you think it's the mouse? You think it's the mouse? Fair enough.
Listen, I don't want to say anything. A bad tradesman blames his tools, so I don't want to say it's the mouse, but it could be.
Damn. It's a mess, but it is what it is. If we could quickly cut back to never mind. All right,
we are in game.
We quickly cut back to the game being live. I was gonna say we could discuss where where we were, but we don't really need to because the game is back on.
I mean, just as we mentioned in pre-game about the objectives, that they do need to put a little emphasis. Well, Nescafe Shop need to put a little emphasis on these objectives, but I mean, ignore the stuff, the freeze there. Mac Moody's Mandem, that was client lag. Okay, we've got confirmation for that. Thank you, Riot, much appreciated. Please sell us some more skins. We see Mac Moody's Mandem claiming the first 3 Void Grubs. Great stuff from them, but. Oh, hold on a minute. Here is the early dragon. So, seeming to repeat what exactly happened in the first game. Going for this early dragon seems to be uncontested. Very little vision as well for Mac Moody's Mandem. I mean, they can't see anything. We are shown by our
glorious observer right there.
Look at that. T-Tours in the chat for that vision change. You love to see it. But yeah, there we go. Mountain Dragon claimed by Nescafe Shop. And the counter juggle as well from Jackalix. So he's definitely taking a more...
Getting a little bit of proactivity.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and I mean, Diana, they're choosing to not take the red buff, I guess.
I mean, yeah, look at the team. They knew she was there. I don't know if they had awarded it or not, but they saw her and she was able to just about get out before she got sandwiched between... Pantheon and the Mordekaiser, which is she wasn't making it out of that one alive, but she did get caught. So that's probably for the best that she got out of there with all of our sums as well. By the way, Flash was intact. But yeah, I think as we progress here, just shy of 10 minutes, we got gold is actually equal, even though the score is 3-1. Ash Arrow goes between the gold posts.
Lelio has been sent home. Flash coming out from Toki, so no luck with the dive, but About Blank trying to respond with the counter jungle. Somebody who flashed. Oh, I mean, aside from Toki, of course. That was the only flash that was used, so...
It was,
yeah. Interesting choice there. Nyash Warrior feeling the pressure here from Mordekaiser as well, but nobody dies. Just a flash expelled.
I think it's fine. It was still a really good play for them. They essentially they burnt Poppy ult. That was pretty much it, and they got the flash out of the Jinx, who is now really immobile. If they can land another Ash Arrow, I mean, I say another. If they can land a Ash Arrow, or if they can get that Pantheon down with an ultimate, they are pushing the lane as we speak. So if Pantheon can get down here, we've got gameplay
from the bot lane. But Diana is there to help out the Mac Moody's bot lane, and that is 2 kills for Mac Moody's Mandem. Jinx claiming the Zyra and Diana claiming the Ashe. 5-1 on the board.
Did I cast them there? I'm talking about potential things they could have done or could do to win that lane, and then they get decimated. Ignite burn there on Ko. I think they're just gonna leave it be though.
Yeah, just a minor scuffle and a firm handshake, just to say, look, this is how strong I am. See you in 30 seconds. As
top lane, how do we feel about how top lane has gone in this one? The CS difference is significantly larger for Mogjon.
Yeah.
But the Ash Warrior hasn't died. So
yeah, that's true.
Roughly, if I remember correctly, I think 15 CS is worth a kill. So with there being, what is this? 57 versus 97, 40 CS difference. We're talking there's about 2 kills worth of gold on this Mordekaiser, which is more than I believe he had in difference on that game with the Gwen.
Yeah, definitely.
So he's sitting pretty right now. Nearly got his Rylai's. If we could check the gold on the champs at the moment, press X, and it will change everything on there. They're like, yeah, there we go. Sweet. So he's sitting on 1.5k. He has got a Rylai's in his back pocket right now. He's just waiting to go and get it. I'm sure he'll get it after they secure these 3 grubs. Well, and this is literally mirrored from first game, no?
Yeah.
They deny the grubs here, and this is a very close fight. I feel like mid lane has been like below sub 30% HP for most of this game. It has been.
However, this time
the stun!
Wow, what a turnaround! Though. I mean, Jackalek's coming in there clutch. And look, this is one thing that was not not a shade of the first game, is Jackalek's being there to help out his mid laner, and the score now in favor for Baron on this Pantheon.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he was already up in CS, and we could see he's up about 800 gold, which is his 1 kill plus, yeah, roughly the 15 to 20 CS lead he's got at the moment. He's having a good time for sure. And we get a replay here just to see. I was really surprised that the Silas E landed, but it was, yeah, there we go.
Goodness.
It's such a margin of error there. Is that, if we go off the champion gold item and then go back to the items, I'm pretty sure he's on Eclipse. So yeah, it was the Eclipse that kept him alive there. And here we have Poe coming in, angry that he just got killed, gonna make a revenge kill here onto Rory, who is 0-4. Severely struggling off of the engaged champion. It's a bit of a night and day
almost dying there
situation.
As well. But Jackalek staying around as the sacrificial lamb to allow his AD carry. But
For real.
We didn't see it on the screen, but Ash actually managed to kill Melio somehow.
I'm assuming it was based off of the probably too many turret shots, right?
Yeah.
Probably like a stray volley just got, counted as damage, and then Melio just tanked too many shots thinking, oh, I've not been hit, I won't give any gold, and then accidentally puts 300 gold into Ash's pocket, who is a little away from finishing their first item. I'm going to assume that is a static shiv coming into their inventory in the next minute or so. Here we go. We're going to see exactly how the Melio died, I guess.
Absolutely sandwiched. Rory had nowhere to go. Popped the ultimate trying to do something, but, died for his efforts. Then, okay, auto camera did that to us. Misfit on that Ash, just barely escaping out of there. And
yeah, as you said.
There you have it.
It was just that one volley got him a lucky kill. Melio thought he was safe to just die in peace, but no, unfortunately not. Looks like, though, we might have a startup with a dragon by Nescafe Shot. Misfit may be caught out here, but he ends up being fine.
Absolutely chilling.
3 members committed to this dragon, I think, unless Magmudi's Mandem really want to contest it. It's going to be secondary for them, which is not a bad place to be. We can see Blank is on the other side of the map trying to do a little cross map. He's trying to get himself that solo Herald, which is a good idea. When you know you're going to hemorrhage a dragon there, you might as well try and take something. But it looks like Mogul knows Ash is going to reveal him. And will Mordekaiser come down and stop this?
No, I mean, I suppose he checked it, assumed he was outnumbered and left. But yeah, that will be a Rift Herald for Magmudi's Mandem, despite... Well, I mean, I suppose this is in response to Nescafe claiming their second dragon, which is something they didn't do in the first game. So,
for sure. The clock is ticking for them now here. We've got, they're closer and closer to that soul point. We also know that it is Hextech Soul, I believe. Hextech Soul is really potent, so it essentially gives every person on their team a little mini static shiv every couple seconds or something. I think it might stack the same as static shiv as well. I can't actually remember, but it is a very strong Dragon Soul from what I recall, and it will definitely help bridge them into a victory if they can get it here. Losing that bot tier 1 though, which is the first turret by the way, and it's gonna even up the gold here with both 25k each. This game is closer at this point, I believe, than the last one was. The last one, there was some fight in them. Oh, we're going for a tier 2 bot here.
Oh, hold on a minute.
Herald popped.
On the map.
Maybe a little bit too preemptive, in my opinion. Ornn also gets killed on the top side, but that's off map, so we don't... Off map? Off screen. You know, off map, off screen, same difference. I
mean, wow.
That was not a great Herald, I'm not gonna lie.
No, not at all. That was terrible.
It was rough. So,
hold on a minute. Another scuffle in the mid lane. Who's gonna win this one? All right.
Yeah, Baron is really low on mana, so it's gonna be. Yeah. I think if he had more mana, it may have been the other way around. But yeah, he ends up getting caught out here.
He was outnumbered as well, so that wouldn't have ended well for him.
For sure. But I mean, in comparison to game one, he's like we're living the dream right now. He's actually still up on items. He's got that Bork and the Eclipse versus just the Rod of Ages for the Sylas. Sylas is still nothing to scoff at, though. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, absolutely.
They are both very potent right now. If they catch anyone else, I think the only people who are really easy kills in this game right now are probably just the Milio supports, right? And the Zyra. Yeah. Like, Ornn is in a place right now where he's got his Hallowed Radiance, so... And all of the AD... I mean, if Pantheon jumps on Ornn might just turn into paper. But with Mordekaiser and with Ashe, who doesn't have items yet, he's still going to be beefy as hell.
Yeah.
That is a very... Is that like pixel massive. Perfect last pixel that he caught that?
That was such a tether. I mean, dashes in, re-secures the chain as well. And yeah, closes out that kill. 4-2. Oh, somebody else died off screen, perhaps? Because it was 3-2 before.
Yeah, Ashe is currently dead, so I assume that means that someone died while we were in the replay.
There was Ashe, and there she goes.
Oh, sorry, she's got the Kraken Slayer. Okay, never mind. I thought it was a Shiv, but there. Exploiting my lack of AD carry itemization knowledge.
Hey, listen, it could be worse. You could be me, who knows absolutely nothing about the current state of the game.
Fair.
But you know, as we see on the map, I mean, we've got the rotation here. Top lane making their way to the bot side, as Sylas is up in that top lane pushing in. But
combat, we go. Here we
go.
Replay.
Here's the replay.
This is where we see Misfit get caught. Okay, a little bit of ultimate overlapping right there, and it's pretty much curtains for Misfit on the Ashe.
Yeah, I took your move and used it against you. How do you feel about that?
Rough times.
There you go.
4-2-2 there on
the. And we may have a repeat of that as Misfit is dived on this mid turret, as it does go down as well. But Cole and Baron fighting in the mid lane, completely ignoring the other. Oh wait, no, it was the Mordekaiser. Oh right. I think.
Oh, did he Mordalt?
I think they were. Yeah, I think they were in the Mordalt, but yeah, down goes Baron as well.
On the replay for sure, but it was not a great fight there for Nescafe. They did get out team fought. Toki kind of just went completely uninhibited, which when you're against, when the enemy team has a Pantheon and a Poppy who can get on top of you, you don't really want that kind of situation.
Oh yeah,
we'll find out here.
Look at this.
You see Ashe gets dove.
Textbook dive right there.
That Ashe arrow was really nice though to get himself a return kill.
Yeah, look, they are in the Mordekaiser ult,
he's in the Mordekaiser ultimate, so he can't actually target Toki. As if he could, that's the freest kill known to man, with how forwardly positioned he is.
Wow.
But it ends up being for nothing.
Yeah, great confirm there with by Nash Warrior to get that knock up and allow Diana to close in and get that kill. So well played to McMoody's. I mean, they're still playing consistently well, doing a good job. And they have also taken the first dragon as well, so that will be Hextech Dragon to McMoody's Mandem.
More importantly, it delays the Dragon's Soul for Nescafe, which was definitely a win condition for them. They're now going to have to wait somewhat, I think 31 minutes roughly. If they get it every single time as it spawns, it'll be about 31 minutes before they have that soul. And if all of our other games in this tournament have been to go for... no! Zyra caught out.
The Sylas arrow hits Zyra, and Zyra goes down for the count, but the Ashe arrow in response hitting Diana.
Positioning for a Baron.
I mean,
it is 21 minutes.
As though it's
Jinx does shred. It might be the angle, but we'll see if Yakalex can get his ass in there. Maybe
find a way in.
Find a nice little ultimate to buff everyone out. Unfortunately, as of I think maybe like last year, Mordekaiser can't ult people away from projectors anymore.
Down goes Baron though. McMoody's Mandem closing in on Jakalex to make sure there will be no smite contest. And About Blank dying to Mordekaiser here in the backline. He doesn't have his ult available, so will die for his efforts. But managing to take the jungler out of the picture, so no smites available. But there is nobody from Nescafe shots.
Yeah, still free.
No one can contest this unless Zyra is
Zyra with a dream. Gonna get
mind.
caught out here by Ko though. Yeah, it was a rough game in there. I think not much you could really do.
I mean, it's not looking good for Rory on this. Zyra 0-7.
For sure.
Definitely taking the brunt of the struggle for this game, as McMoody Menden claimed that Baron and back to base as they go for a reset. But we'll see how exactly this played out. I mean, look at this. You know, Nescafe Shop really trying to pressure. Baron getting caught out there. I assume trying to poke from the sidelines with no success. And then, of course, turning their attention to Jakalex to make sure that the smite is out of the picture. The Mord ult was used on Diana, which is what allowed Mogjawn to get that Diana kill right there. But, of course, as you saw, dying for their efforts. And, yeah, leaving that Baron up for McMoody Mandem to claim. But Nash Warrior may go down. Whoa, no! Doesn't go down, as Toki and Emilio are there to help out. But we've also got Silas fighting this Jakalex. Oh no, this Jakalex is Poppy.
His Poppy is brave.
Oh, as well.
I think for his discretion down here trying to fight Silas, they're losing multiple turrets up there. Ko is, look, he's fishing to stop the bases. He's doing a little trick 2G, stop the fort situation, but looks like Poppy's getting out at minimum.
Spared the Poppy.
There is a massive level discretion.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't even realize that until just now. In the last like 5 minutes or so, Baran has fallen massively behind in levels. He's level 13. Ko is
and he's ahead
15.
in CS.
He's ahead in CS, yeah, you're 100% right. But that's because of the early lane, how easy it was for him to be dominant.
Goodness.
But that level discrepancy is going to be a big problem for him. We see About Blank just kind of easily jump in for a dive here. Jakku's going to get rid of 2 people with his ultimate and eat Nash Warrior into the hip.
Oh,
Toki lives that. Okay. I think this might be a wrap. Is this the game?
This has to be it.
Yeah, it has to be it, right?
All
no
5
one's
members
alive.
dead, mid inhib down.
Rory gonna make the hero play. He's up in
24
4,
minutes
3,
on
2,
the clock.
1. Is he gonna make the play? No.
Nexus turret 1
we
falls.
got 2 up. Maybe
Baron
can
is
stop
in
it.
play. Well, Baron and Pantheon are both in play, but he dies trying to defend. Zyra as well goes down. That's 1-9 for Zyra and 2-0 in this series for McMoody's Mandem as they move on to the next part of the
It will
tournament.
be losers bracket round 3. They progress.
But you know what
the
this means?
self-proclaimed villains of the Mini LCS Summer Invitational keep on kicking, you know.
Oh yes.
But
hey, you know what that means is Nescafe Shop now
yeah.
unfortunately being sent home, and they are now out of the tournament.